If you have worked on Toyotas or Lexuses long enough, you have seen this part fail. Repeated removal, heat exposure, and oil saturation weaken the plastic. Threads begin to deform, sealing surfaces lose consistency, and eventually the cover cracks or leaks. This is why this part is one of the most commonly replaced components on these engines. SKP addresses the root cause, not just the symptom. Instead of plastic, this oil filter cover is manufactured from aluminum, which provides significant improvement resisting to heat, oil exposure, and repeated service. But the improvements go beyond material choice. This SKP oil filter cover is precision machined in critical areas to ensure consistent thread engagement and a proper sealing surface every time it is installed. I'm Will Tyson, and today on Driven by Quality, we are taking a closer look at SKP's aluminum oil filter cover, not just as a replacement, but as an example of how SKP improves known problem parts across the entire lineup. SKP's quality is unmatched compared to the competitors. What happens on the plastic oil filters is the plastic is not strong enough and it actually starts stripping. So different manufacturers of tools have started to make different designs to remove these oil filters since it is such a common issue. The original design of the oil filter is to be removed using a oil filter socket, which works if they're not over tightened. But other manufacturers have come up with ways to grab the oil filter even on the corners over here to try and get extra torque to get them off since it is such a common issue. I have, in my experience, seen these oil filters completely stripped off and have had to remove them using chisels to chisel the plastic out. With SKP's oil filter housing, it is made out of stronger aluminum, which will not give as easily as the plastic will. When you're tightening and removing the oil filter as much as you do doing oil changes, the aluminum will stand up over time. The difference between SKP's support tubes and the competitor's support tubes is pretty clear. SKP's almost looks factory, whereas the competitor's is deforming already and it's new out of the box. In my experience professionally, you'll see this in the competitors of SKP's. When you go to remove the oil filter, after replacing the oil filter cover, the center support will actually come off with the oil filter. Whereas SKP is OE in design and quality, you will not have that problem. SKP's aluminum oil filter cover solves a known problem with stronger materials, precision machining, and direct fit design. And it reflects the same approach SKP brings to every product we make. That is, driven by quality.